Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu unveils state new lottery identity. State launches Eko Token cash reward. State government trains public school pupils on swimming. And annual interagency football competition comes alive. This week we'll focus more on sports. So let's get started with the unveiling of the new brand identity for the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which he says will reposition the industry for greater efficiency.
One of the definitions of sports is it's a physical activity that unites people irrespective of the particular sport. The Lagos gaming industry is fast growing, and so the state government is taking advantage of this growth to regulate the sector for the benefit of the people. For this reason, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and officials of the State Lotteries Board have come together to unveil a new brand identity for the regulatory body. Governor Sanwo-Olu says the brand will herald a new business culture that fully protects individuals and licensed operators in the state's gaming sector.
This unveiling ceremony marks a new dawn in the history of lottery and gaming regulation in the Center of Excellence. It also sets the pace for a complete rejig of our state lottery and gaming industry for greater efficiency and stakeholder satisfaction. With the enactment of this new law and a new brand identity, the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority is now poised to conduct business in line with modern technological practices while adopting a more innovative, harmonious, and transparent approach in the regulation of lottery and gaming industry. The new law will help to institutionalize major reforms in the Lagos gaming sector and expand the scope of our lottery and gaming authority operations in accordance with the gaming dynamics across the entire globe. The agency is also being rechristened from the Lagos State Lottery Board to the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, which is being unveiled today. I commend the management of the rebranded authority for the zeal and passion with which they have pursued this initiative. I urge you to display the same zeal in aligning the vision of the new brand with the core values of our administration's team's agenda. Our priority, therefore, is good governance in all ministries, in all agencies, in all departments of government. It is imperative that you ensure that the rebranded Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority promotes responsible gaming. The authority has been rebranded to set and to enforce gaming standards in a responsible and in a fair manner. The goal is to gain and to sustain the trust and confidence of all operators and stakeholders in the lottery and gaming business. I want to assure you that with this newly rebranded agency, all the functionality elements of lottery and gaming industry will be unlocked to create a new model of gaming in Lagos State. I therefore charge you to forge a transparent and a formidable alliance with licensed gaming operators in Lagos State with a view to creating a vibrant gaming industry for a more prosperous and sustainable economy. Lastly, it's also to mention that our administration is not oblivious to the intergovernmental squabbles over the constitutional responsibilities of the federal and state government on the control and regulation of the gaming space. Indeed, the Constitution is clear on the concurrent powers of the federal and that of the states over matters related to lotteries and gaming. I want to assure you that appropriate measures are being put in place to amicably resolve these seemingly turning issues. We're not unaware that in some cases, you, the operators, have had issues, with us and the federal government. And I want to assure you that the Constitution is clear. We'll continue to collaborate and we believe that we'll resolve all the turning issues because we do not want double taxation from anyone. We want everybody to realize that Lagos is open and safe for business and will continue to push that narrative. I want to therefore urge all illegal lottery and gaming operators to obtain operational license from the Lagos State Lottery and Gaming Authority. It is in your commercial best interest to do so. Lagos State is the economic hub of Africa, and there is no better time than now to join the Greater Lagos dream for a destination of abundant prosperity to all of us.
The Chief Executive Officer of the State Lotteries and Gaming Authority, Mr. Bashir Are, says the agency has recorded landmark achievements in regulating, protecting, and promoting best practices in the gaming space and will continue towing that line.
ISO 2701, the Quality Management System, ISO 9001, respectively. These certifications were approved in recognition of our compliance with internationally acceptable standards. That means we have to transform our business processes internally and also marry it with the operation of our licensed operators. We also became full and active member of the International Association of Gaming Regulators and International Gaming Standard Association in September 2001, all in an effort to measure with the international regulators. Next year, we also plan to undertake a feasibility studies to locate a leisure park around the coastline of Badagry through the Lagos State Public-Private Partnership Office. This park will accommodate casinos, hotels, spas, designer outlets, and sport arena. Additionally, our Eko Game Studio is also at the development stage. Presently, most of our Lotto operators broadly depend on Ghana draw numbers to sell lottery tickets. But we believe there should be a lasting alternative at the Center of Excellence. Conversely, our advocacy against underage and addictive gambling shall be amplified in the coming years with a fortified policy and ceaseless campaigns. With the unwavering and continuous support of Mr. Governor, the Lagos State House of Assembly, and the State Executive Council, we hope to achieve more successes in the coming years.
The successful harmonization of all the games in Lagos is a welcome idea, which they believe will help correct disparities in the sector.
The Lagos State gaming industry continues to attract significant interest from both local and foreign investors. This attraction is attributed to the continuous implementation of policies and procedures as well as frameworks in line with global best practice. Our participation at global gaming conferences and summits has intensified our global recognition. The Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority has been able to boost its brand visibility by its participation at global gaming conferences as either exhibitors, sponsors, or speakers. In a bid to create an enabling, competitive, yet friendly gaming market for our stakeholders, the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority continues to sanitize the market from illegal and unlicensed gaming companies by creating periodic awareness and carrying out enforcement against defaulters in the state. Our responsibility remains the regulation of the gaming industry, with a view to protecting the interests of all relevant stakeholders, while promoting the responsible gaming image of the Lagos gaming jurisdiction and providing a conducive business environment for our stakeholders. I therefore urge our stakeholders to give all our support and commitment towards achieving the set plans to make the Lagos gaming sector the best in Africa.
The unveiling of the logo is coming 6 months after Governor Sanwo-Olu signed the amended Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Authority Bill into law, following its passage by the State House of Assembly to help adopt an innovative and transparent approach in the gaming industry.
The Lagos State government has launched the first of its kind, a universal patronage cash reward for residents called Eko Token. Government says this initiative will focus on financial inclusion that will bring more people under the system of wealth creation and then boost the economic activities of the state.
Member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Some Lagos State Cabinet members, alongside experts in business and economics, are here to launch a universal patronage cash reward initiative, which will promote economic growth and cushion the effects of COVID-19 on citizens and residents in Lagos State. The initiative, called Eko Token, is an electronic reward for residents, and the state government gives more insight into the scheme.
It is a unique partnership with the private sector that will foster a new era of new, sustainable and robust tripod relationship between businesses, government and the good people of Lagos State. Improve the turnover of businesses and though the reward system enhances the economic prosperity of the people of Lagos State. Eko Token is not a lottery, but a cash reward for patronage offered by Lagos businesses to Lagos residents as thank you for their patronages and loyalty.
It is on this premise that I implore CEOs and captains of industries to key into this laudable initiative, as the Lagos State government is pioneering a new era for the development of socially rewarding business models that create a blanket of success that will cut across diverse sectors of the economy while immediately having a social impact. This trailblazing initiative will be roundly sustainable, as this is of mutual benefit between business organizations and the people of the state. The potentials of this laudable initiative is innumerable, as we visualize increased job creation, financial inclusion, new businesses, business relationship, and more to be synergized for wealth creation purposes in Lagos State. We are continually committed to building the Lagos of our dreams, where prosperity of businesses and the welfare of the people takes a pride of place in the scheme of things.
Lagos State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Sam Igube, says the system represents economic connectivity amongst the people.
It is people power that brings about the conversion of natural resources into value systems and value propositions that actually hold a nation up. What cash token represents is a combination of all of this, is the connection between the people and the businesses and the government. And when that triangle comes together, right, it focuses our energies in a manner that nothing else can focus it. So I'm excited today that CLD has found an innovative way of combining all three, which is usually a challenge to do, but combined all three into one place. And from an economic standpoint, I begin to see the amount of prosperity that comes, not only just by putting money in the hands of people, but also by creating data sets that we can use to take decisions, so that decisions are not knee-jerk, but are evidence-based. We can see the patterns and see the nature of interventions that will be required, first in Lagos State and nationally.
Meanwhile, the former deputy governor of the state, Mr. Femi Pedro, believes the development heralds a new era of a strong creative economic alignment between the people and the government of Lagos State.
I'm convinced beyond any doubt that this is a highly mutually beneficial program for the business community, the residents of Lagos, and the government of Lagos State. It's a very creative, synergetic endeavor that will bring the people and the business community together and create wealth for all parties involved. The distinguishing feature of the Eko Token reward is that all parties are winners ultimately. The business community will sell more, the people of Lagos State will experience the same reward across multiple industries, and the government will benefit from the extensive public emotional equity.
The political economy expert in the House, Professor Patu Tomi, echoes the need for governments to come up with more creative ideas that will transform people's lives.
In a globalized world in which, as globalization has done it, capital has come to become concentrated. In fact, 12 men in California own more capital than the continent of Africa put together. There is therefore need to reinvent people like Noxie and to think of more creative ways of mobilizing capital to advance the common good of all. Every time I see, and I have to be honest, I'm not putting it down or anything, I just have never found time to watch BB Niger, is it what is, yeah? Big Brother. But the kind of revenues they generate from people just, calling up to say, I prefer this person to that person. It's an incredibly creative way to build capital. And when I see an initiative such as this, I'm impressed that people are thinking. Because we need to build capital to transform lives. It is not accepted that Nigeria should be called the poverty capital of the world. We have the resources that we can creatively turn to use to make the lives of everybody better.
To the glory of God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, Amen. The Eko Token is a smart city initiative which represents giving back to the society as an innovative solution to social security.
Now let's turn our attention to public school pupils in the riverine communities who have been trained how to swim by the Lagos State Waterways Authority, just to ensure they are safe while using the waterways. Please take a look.
This is Falomo Cowrie Terminal, where passengers alight and board boats to their various destinations. On this day, officials of the Lagos State Waterways Authority set out on a boat ride to riverine communities to train public school children how to swim. The boat terminates at Ibeshe in Ojo area of Lagos State, and the team makes its way to the venue through a bushy route. Members of the team are well received by the children. 50 of them have been selected from 4 public schools in riverine communities to participate in the 2021 swimming training.
If you get into the pool, put your face facing forward like this, you can either slip and probably hurt yourself, but like this, you can quickly grab yourself and get back up. All right, guys, now let's go out. As we said, we'll be demonstrating gliding. All right, guys, ready? Goggles on. We're gliding all the way down there. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go. Good job. You can see it's not about size. These ones are smaller than the other ones. Good job.
To all the school teachers, we'd like to thank you. And also the participating students, we'd like to really thank you for giving your commitment towards this.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go.
The Lagos State Universal Basic Board is excited about this initiative.
Education is a public good, and so we can't do it alone. It's intensive. And there are 3 domains to education: the cognitive, the affective, and the psychomotor. So when you do this, you are not just helping us to improve the psychomotor, but you're also helping to improve the affective, because there are other skills they learn in the process.
Then the students practice the skills they've learned.
When you come inside the water with the life jacket, you'll be able to come outside from the water, that you will not go down. So you protect yourself, you'll be able to move out from the water.
We learn how to swim, we learn how to dive in the water, we learn how to save ourselves with life jackets. Now I can rescue myself when I'm going to school on the waterway. I will not run. If I run, I will fall down beside the water.
The State Waterways Authority says the initiative is geared towards reducing water phobia.
This is our own way, ensuring that we begin to break that cycle of not being able to swim, which is very common amongst Lagosians, even though we're surrounded by water.
Subeb and the facilitator encourage parents to give their children the opportunity to learn at least one sport that can be of great advantage to them in future.
We have taekwondo programs for children and young people in Lagos State. And so today we're delighted to have added swimming into it as well, so that we can begin to produce young people who are sporty, who are able to compete.
Learning to swim is an essential skill. I'm sure you know that there are lots of drownings that happen. If you learn how to swim, is one of the reasons where drowning can be prevented. It's a preventable way of dying, and it's very, very important to learn, especially for children.
This is the second edition of the LASWA Advocacy Water Savvy Kids program, and the Lagos State government is encouraging parents and guardians to instill water confidence in their children by teaching them theoretical and practical knowledge of waterways safety.
And finally, on the program, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gives out cash prizes for winners of both male and female categories in football at the completion of this year's finals of the Head of Service Games. Enjoy the performance.
Sports and wellness alongside work is one of the ways to ensure good health and employee productivity, and the Lagos State government is constantly working in that direction. Here, members of the State Executive Council and staff of the State Civil Service converge on the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Onikon for the football final of the annual Head of Service Games. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, embarks on a ceremonial tour of the playing arena to show his support for the competition, aimed at nurturing the spirit of sportsmanship among participating agencies within the state's public service. Governor Sanwo-Olu then conducts a ceremonial kick-off to herald the final of the men's football event between Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency and the Public Service Office. Then the game kicks off with a display of football skills by the players, just to get the cash reward from the state government. At the end of the game, Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency defeats Public Service Office 3-1 to emerge champions. The governor presents the championship trophy and the sum of 1 million naira to the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Agency for its achievement. In the women's category, Public Service Office edged past State Universal Basic Education Board to emerge victors and receive 1 million naira.
And this is where we call it today on this edition of Dateline Lagos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayo Tunde Balogun. Until next time, please stay safe.